Hello and welcome to Storyboard. I am Anuradha Sengupta. The IPL got a big boost this week as PepsiCo India bid nearly 397 crore rupees to come in as the principal sponsor for the Indian Premier League for the next 5 years. While the beverage and food multinational is already a big sponsor of cricket, the IPL investment is reportedly its biggest investment in the game so far. But is the IPL association worth so much money given that the last edition of the tournament saw viewer ratings at their lowest, and given that the BCCI continues to have a volatile relationship, and that's putting it mildly, with all team owners? Pavni Mittal and Animesh Das report.
Pepsi IPL. That's what the next 5 editions of the Indian Premier League will be called. With the bid of 396.8 crore rupees, it beat the only other bidder, Bharti Airtel, which sources say made an offer of 316 crore rupees. Even though PepsiCo India will be paying about double the 200 crore rupees that previous sponsor DLF had paid, it is confident that this is a sound investment.
We've derived tremendous value from the broadcast sponsorship actually over the last 3 years, both in terms of cost per rating point and in terms of the kind of benefits that we've been managed to able to generate for our brands with the broadcast sponsorship. But for us this was not, and that's something that we renew every year. But for us, this was not about a one-time kind of deal. It was actually taking a 5-year, longer-term horizon. And for us, I think the multiple is just going to get better every year, both in terms of, again, as a price value varies in the long term versus the short term. And I think the second is as we together partner with IPL in terms of activating this property better and better every year, So I think I'm very confident that it's a very big strategic long-term bet for PepsiCo. And the third thing that I said was timing, and timing in 2 ways. One is the timing of the tournament. It's terrific for us. I mean, it's peak season, April, May. We operate in the beverage category and an impulse food category. And that's when, almost 50% of category consumption happens.
We will also get many advantages from Pepsi's experience because they had been supporting the cricket for last 20 years. And otherwise in sports by and large throughout the world, they are in big way. So that kind of experience and their capabilities and their strength is definitely going to benefit IPL. At the same time, IPL's strength will definitely benefit Pepsi as well. So it's win-win for both.
PepsiCo India is expected to have the same rights that DLF did. But it will also be looking to have several in-game brand extensions, while Mirinda and 7up will also benefit from the IPL sponsorship, especially in their regional strongholds. Its flagship brand Pepsi, that has been associated with cricket for the last 17 years, that will gain the most.
When you do a big sponsorship like this, you need to invest a multiple of I think what you've invested in the sponsorship to derive the value from it, whether it's through ensuring that your products being served at this, the stadia where the matches are being played, whether it's through being present in broadcast, and I wouldn't just say television, it's also, now IPL is getting into far more touch points beyond television, so being activating those, consumer activations, promotions.
With an average rating of 3.45, IPL5's viewership was the lowest in the tournament's history. Broadcaster Setmax struggled with selling inventory and missed the 1,000 crore rupee target it had set. Marred by controversies, IPL's brand value fell by 29% from $4.1 billion in 2010 to $2.9 billion in 2012.
Honestly, the way IPL brand has been handled in the last couple of years, BCCI should have paid Pepsi to come on board to sort of, give it that new lease of life and that youth connect. So I think Pepsi is going to be a no-brainer for them to recover their investment. Even if they do 2 large activations in the next 2 seasons, which links it to promotion of product, they'll get their investment back.
Well, it has demolished the myth which was being propagated that IPL as a brand getting diluted. That myth has been demolished. Whichever right we have sold has fetched better value, much better value what we were getting in the past. So it confirms that IPL as a brand is really making mark throughout the world and the value is enhancing.
The BCCI will be getting almost 80 crore rupees annually from PepsiCo India, but it's yet to fill all the associate sponsor slots. These sponsorships are said to be going for double of what the previous sponsor had paid. But with the economic slowdown and falling ratings, sources say that advertisers are bargaining hard. The BCCI is expected to continue the marketing blitz for the IPL that it had started last year when it spent close to 40 crore rupees. It's also working out ways to make the tournament and the entertainment elements associated with it bigger and better. But the key will be to get the matches scheduled just right.
We are trying our level best. The problem which we are facing that afternoon matches are getting less ratings in comparison to evening matches or prime time matches which are after 8 p.m. So those matches are attracting better viewership. That's why we have kept less number of matches in 4 p.m. slot.
Sources say that while Citibank, Hero MotoCorp and Volkswagen are unlikely to return as associate sponsors, Vodafone has paid almost double, between 32 to 35 crore rupees per year, to return to the roster. Sources also say that the IPL governing body will be working very closely with the brands to ensure that the competitors, namely Coca-Cola and Airtel, don't indulge in ambush marketing. Since they have paid such a high price, these brands will enjoy greater visibility, and Pepsi is also expected to extend its sponsorship to its food brands as well. With Animesh Das, in New Delhi, Patni Mittal.
So it's going to be called the Pepsi IPL. Who do you think got the better end of that deal, PepsiCo India or the BCCI? Tell us what you think. That poll is up on our Facebook page. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Next up, notice board. Travel portal Clear Trip launched a new television campaign